What up, everybody? Everybody, what's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the What's Up, Everybody podcast. Here with my co-host, Sweet T, aka Little Brother.
Blood brother.
Blood brother. He is my actual brother.
Blood
I know we talk about this in the beginning of every episode, but we still have some non-believers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You are my baby bro.
Yeah, no, it's you'd be surprised. I mean, we have a lot of new guests, a lot of new viewers here that might not know.
May not know.
I'm not just some rando guy.
Yeah.
I am an actual blood brother. See, WB is just surrounded by family partnerships. He's got his dad as his coach, his brother as his media manager and producer. His mom is his accountant, and overall just
life coach.
And that's
So
basically it.
I do nothing.
Yeah. All he
I
has to
do
do is
absolutely
just
nothing.
eat, sleep, and train and teach some kiddos.
Yep. Yeah, and
That's
that's how life should be lived.
Yeah.
That's how life should be lived. That way, I can just do nothing and absolutely just focus on fighting.
100% tile.
That's how you gotta make sacrifices. For you guys,
Totally.
you guys got to, not me.
Yeah, no.
Thank you.
I mean, you sacrifice it, in the camps and in the fight game.
I sacrifice my actual body.
Yeah,
and brain.
correct.
Pretty much my life, if you think about it.
Yeah, if you think hard enough, for sure.
Yeah. If I think hard enough, I would probably die.
Yeah, you can't.
I can't
Whoa,
be
chill.
doing
I
that.
see wheels turning.
I
Calm
know.
down, chill.
Woo! Started smoking the ears there for a second.
Yeah, saw the fumes happening.
Yeah. How you been, man? It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been almost 1 week.
Yeah.
Because it's been exactly 1 week.
It's been a while since we sat and chatted, with everybody.
Yeah,
A
1
week.
It's been a
It's
whole
a long
week.
time. The heck are you talking about? A week is a
know.
long time.
It is, man.
It is funny how I think a week is a long time and how it goes by so slow. But when you have a fight coming up, when you want it to slow down, time has a tendency to speed up. And it's
crazy.
It sucks. I wish I had another 7 weeks to train. I mean, obviously I'm training my butt off, but still it's like, you find the number 2 guy in the division, scary guy.
Yeah, everybody in the top 15 is a scary guy at this point.
I know. Even below that.
Yeah.
Even below that.
Everybody in the UFC.
AKA Matt Brown. You see him this past weekend?
Yeah.
We'll get to that in a second. But yeah, I'm with you, man. I'm with you. You gotta, I guess, bite down and just go out there and just do it. Like I've done every other 80-something times. Why do I do this?
I'm glad it's you.
Why do I do this?
And not me.
No, dude, I always feel this way. I always get those nerves. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
At the same time, like when I'm training, I'm like, oh, let's freaking go. I'm ready to go out there and do this thing. But then when I'm not training, like now, I'm just relaxing. I got time to think about it. It's like, man.
Have you ever had a fight where you just had no nerves? Like where you knew, like, I'm going to go out here and just crush this dude?
Never.
You've never had like a fight where you've been
Every
like,
fight.
I'm feeling pretty good about this one. Like I've seen the guy's film. I've seen what he's capable of. I feel pretty good about it.
Like when I first into camp and you're watching footage, yeah. But as you get closer to the
so
fight,
you're saying it's a pretty common thing to have that thought of like, I'm just going to go
dude,
out
I
here
got
and
this,
just
dude. Yeah, I'm
crush
gonna
this dude.
smash this guy. And then you get like week of, you're like nervous. I mean, you're still thinking that. I want to go out there and do work, right? But
Yeah,
you're still like
trying to keep that
Yeah.
your mindset.
Yeah, but as I know now, anything can happen. And I was all like when I got knocked out, obviously, but it's like now it's like anything can happen. You go out there and just crush the guy forever, and then just boop, out you go. So it is what it is. I guess that too is kind of like a stress relief too, knowing that hey, it's not. I mean, it is in your control, but at the same time, it's like it's not.
Yeah, it's weird.
It is weird.
Fight game is weird. It's one
Tony
of those-
knows. Tony's had some fights, not MMA fights, but he's had some kickboxing fights. I'm begging. We need to do a petition, guys, to get this guy to fight at least one MMA fight, and we document it on our YouTube channel. Would you do that? Would you be up for that?
I mean, it would have to be a crazy petition. We'd have to set like a crazy goal. I mean, I'm a married man now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
I got
married
kids.
Chris was a married man.
Yeah, he was. He is.
He
You
was.
know what I mean? But like, you know what I mean, dude.
Oh, well, speaking of that, speaking of Chris, dude, he's got his new YouTube channel.
YouTube channel,
I think
podcast.
we inspired
Dropped
him
a
to do it.
pretty sick first episode. We definitely inspired him to
Inspired
do it.
Yeah.
Rightfully so.
Who'd he interview again? Oh, Anderson Silva.
I'm about to say, was that a joking question?
No, I was wanting you to
The
answer it.
spider. We're going to
spider,
be talking
dude.
about that, the spider again later on today. But yeah, he did a cool interview with him. So he's got his podcast.
A little
going.
emotional too. I was tearing up. you
Yeah.
know? I was like,
It was cool.
It was super cool.
It was a cool thing.
Squashing the beef, you know. You're seeing more of that nowadays. Like you got Michael Bisping and Rockhold like
doing
buzz
their
now.
thing. Yeah.
I don't know who else. Maybe I just saw that. Oh, me and Tyron.
Yeah.
You know, we squashed the beef. I really had no beef, but still,
Yeah.
you know, I didn't have any beef with him anyway.
I know.
But that's pretty cool.
was good.
You're seeing that.
That's
But,
how it should be. You shouldn't be having like those lifelong grudges. It's the martial arts. You go
man.
out there, you fight somebody. No, I mean, you start coming and attacking you personally. Like
Some people.
some of these guys, they get.
Yeah, they get pretty
personal.
dark. They get pretty deep.
Yeah,
I don't
like,
think
chill,
Cormier and
bruh.
Jones will ever be friends.
Well, he's, I doubt they'll be like going out and
Hanging out
having
and stuff.
Sunday brunch together. But they,
I just
they
picture
have
those two,
respect, and
Like,
Cormier's already said he's got respect for Jones
yeah.
as a fighter, not as a person.
Are there any like rivalries out there that will probably never? Khabib and Conor. What do you think?
I don't know, dude. I don't know. That was one of those things where it had to be that necessary. Like, that's just who Conor was as a fighter.
Yeah.
I doubt Conor has any real animosity towards Khabib,
I don't think so.
and
I think
vice versa.
Might have been more towards
Maybe.
Ali,
I don't know.
I don't know either. Anderson and Chael Sonnen. They had some pretty
Possibly.
rough past. But when you think about it, I guess when you get older, and the time, it's like, I'll never be his bud. But as you get older, it's like, it's just life's too
Like,
short.
yeah, it's like this beef was dumb. Like,
Dude.
But let us know. We want to know if you guys any comments. Comment down below who has the thickest, the most heated rivalry,
MMA rivalry.
MMA rivalry. Would it be like Tito and Shamrock?
Oh, you're going old school. You're going way back, bro.
Well, those dudes, they like legit. Like,
And
that's how fights used to
It
be
was
made.
Tito and Chuck, too, because they were like once buds.
Yeah.
And then they like hated each other.
That's how fights were used to be made. It's like, all right, who doesn't like who? Let's make them fight and squash the beef or whatever.
Yeah.
But now it's kind of more, it's obviously more for entertainment and more to hype the fight and stuff. I mean, you have Masvidal and Colby.
Oh, yeah. Masvidal and, the once friends, which
Yeah.
will probably never happen again. They'll probably respect each other, but I don't think they'll be like buds
I don't know,
again.
dude.
You think?
Because you don't know, is Colby legit? And like, is he legit doing this because he legit, or is he just doing it because he's trying to hype the fight and
I
get
was
money
on-
fights, or is he?
Joe Rogan's podcast, and he said he was like, just do it. It was all, I mean, obviously we know it's all an act, but
Yeah.
I didn't know the reason behind it until I was on Joe Rogan's podcast.
What was the reason behind it?
You didn't listen to my podcast, bro?
Dude, it's like 4.5 hours long. Like, I got stuff to be doing, bro. Like, I love it. But
understandable.
Like, I gotta skip. I gotta skim.
Yeah, you got to skim through that bad boy. So
I listened to the majority of it, but that was.
I mean, make a long story short, he was getting ready to be cut, right? He was supposed to be fighting somebody, maybe Damian in Brazil. So he was getting ready to, after the fight, he was going to be cut. So then he just immediately, at the presser, was calling everybody filthy animals and stuff like that. It just created so much hype over there in Brazil that he kept it. They kept him on the roster, and then he was that guy ever since.
Joe said this?
Yeah. He said,
Really?
I guess he had him on the podcast, and he had, or maybe chatted with him and said that's how it went down. I had no idea the whole reason behind it. They were getting ready to cut him, and now look at him.
So he just went full bore.
Yeah.
Why were they going to cut him? He had only lost like once.
Well,
at that
because
point.
he was a boring fighter. He just laid on guys, you know what I mean?
Well, I mean, he still kind of fights that way.
Yeah, I know, but still. But you got
But
people love to see him. People love to hate him.
Yeah, because of the talk.
Yeah.
Didn't care. Yeah.
So that was it. But yeah, let us know in the comments, guys, who you think the most like hated rivalry was.
Like legit. Like legit rivalries out there. Like they just flat out don't like each other.
Yeah, we just named a few of them out there. Let us know if we're kind of like in the same ball field.
Ballpark.
Ball field, whatever.
Yeah.
ballpark. They're
Más
the
o
same.
menos.
They're the same thing. But good fights this past weekend. You know who I was impressed with?
You've already
Obviously,
said
I
it.
already mentioned it.
Yeah, you
Matt
did.
Brown.
Mm-hmm.
40 years old. Took some killer leg kicks and kept on pushing for the finish.
Yeah.
Knocked out
So-
Lima.
This was a question I was going to ask you earlier. Didn't mean to interrupt. Just kidding. Yes,
Sorry,
I did. Kind of the nerves thing, and you've obviously fought Matt Brown before. It was a rough fight. Have you ever been like more nervous to fight somebody, kickboxing, whatever, than anybody else ever? Is there somebody that specifically sticks out that you're like, man, this is going to be?
Everybody was pretty much the same, but there was a few that were just really difficult to kind of prepare for. Well, one of them was actually really easy, but that's why I trained so hard, because I was so nervous to fight this guy. It was Johnny Hendricks.
Dude, that was the most I was ever nervous for.
Yeah, because he was knocking dudes out.
He was sleeping dudes. He had beaten Robbie Lawler arguably twice. He had arguably beaten GSP.
And another guy that fought Robbie Lawler, Rory McDonald.
Yeah, that was another one too. In Canada.
Yeah.
You're just getting nervous, dude.
The
nervous
How do you know? I
yawns.
get nervous, I start yawning, dude.
I do too. That's how I am.
I don't know. I feel like I get tired.
Get real sleepy. Like I feel like my heart's about to explode out of my throat and I could pass out at any moment.
I guess with more, wisdom. Not really wisdom, but I would say experience, that you just kind of push that back. Like, you just go out there and do your thing, man. So I just go out there and do my thing.
For sure.
Yeah. I'm about to poop my pants right now. Just thinking.
So then circling back to Matt Brown.
Yeah.
That was obviously your first loss ever.
Ever. Yes. Devastating.
Were you nervous to fight him? He was like your first legit test.
Yeah. I wouldn't say no. He was kind of like, because I just come off that first round knockout, so I was just freaking hyped, man. Yeah. And like literally as soon as I got home from that UFC 143 when I knocked out Dan Stigen, UFC calls like, hey man, you want to fight again in like 2 months or like a month and a half? I was like, sure, man, let's do it. And they told me the name. I was like, why does that name sound familiar? Did a little research. Freaking Matt Brown. Like the dude was on a roll. He was an Ultimate Contender. Ultimate, was it Fighter?
Yeah.
And I was like, golly, this guy's, he's tough. But when I looked at him and I saw, I knew I was faster than him. I had better striking than him. And that's when I had hired my strength and conditioning coach at the time. I just walk around super heavy. And
after having never done strength and conditioning, that was never a part of your regimen.
Ever.
Strength and conditioning and weight cutting you'd never had to really do.
Never. Nope. And we really didn't have it down to a science. Like we were winging it. I'm surprised that I actually got to 170 the first half of my UFC career. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, period. I've never cut weight before in my life, and we were winging it. Like, I remember the week of, and this was back when we didn't have those early weigh-ins. We had to wait till
dude, that was nuts.
Friday evening before we even weighed in. And now it's, it's super early, and we can immediately start rehydrating. But then it wasn't. We had a shorter amount of time to rehydrate, which is why everybody was doing IVs, to try and get that hydration back as quickly as possible. But, I was, the week of the fight, I was having like a little half of a granola bar, every, I don't know, meal. I just have a half a granola bar. That's it. And then I would sit in the sauna forever, and that was the worst. I will never do sauna again. Sauna was just miserable. Being in that hot sauna for hours, it felt like. Now I can literally drop the weight in an hour and a half. Tops, hour and a half.
Yeah.
I'm yawning again, dude.
Yeah, dude, don't be nervous, man.
Stop, bro. Every time I talk about fighting or watch fighting, see, that's me. I am a fighter, yes, but I will only watch the UFC unless it's somebody exciting that I want to see. Or we're doing something for you guys, want to hang out with you guys and watch the fights together. That's it. Other than that, I won't watch it. Ask you, you're like, hey, you going to watch the fights? And I'm like, no, I'm not going to watch it.
Yeah, I know. But somehow
you feel me? You feel me though?
No,
you know
yeah. I mentioned this before in previous podcasts. Whenever we played football, I'd never watched film because I always got nervous.
Yeah.
I could never watch film and just be objectively just study film and be like, okay, he does this, because I'm like in it, and I'm like, I don't want to be feeling these nerves right now.
Yeah, so you just don't do it.
I don't want to feel the nerves until I have to feel the nerves.
Right. Yep. That's why, like, earlier on, like in the fight camp, we watch film instead of later. And sometimes, like, I can do it by myself if nobody else is around, just so I can see. You know what I mean? So I'll do that, but it's like short snippets of it, and that's it. But yeah, what were we talking about before? Matt Brown. We just got off on a little thing there.
Yeah.
But yeah, Matt Brown looked good, man. He looked really, really, really. I don't know. The guy's 40 or 41, 40. I think he's 40.
He's in his 40s.
Still knocking dudes out. And if you see his physique,
he looked
great, man. Looked great. Had some shoulders on him. I swear, he's got the longest 170 reach ever. And I think fighting Matt Brown, having that experience with him, that is his superpower, his toughness. He is so tough, and he can just weather damage like nobody else. When I fought him, I knocked him out. He told me in the ambulance going to the hospital, I had knocked him out twice and hit him again and woke him back up.
Darn you.
I know. I was like, don't tell me that, Matt. No.
Darn you. That was one of the most, I wouldn't say depressing. I didn't get depressed at all, but that was like one of my most, like fake upset nights ever. Like
upset?
Like I wasn't really upset because.
But you had your entire crew.
But my whole football team. Well, so what had happened was you had the first fight with Stygian, and I had like the whole team and some friends there, and we watched it and we went nuts. I was in college. So when was your first fight? 2012?
Yep, 2012.
In the UFC. So I was a junior in college, and had all the boys over in the apartment. We were watching the fight. Of course, I was ultra nervous, whatever, but everybody was hyped. And
Tony had some girls there.
Actually, no. It was just like all the bros. All the bros just watching.
Wait, the first one?
Yeah, you were on the Facebook prelims. I couldn't be inviting anybody over. Like, hey, man, my bro's fighting on Facebook. Like, nah, dog.
I embarrassed you, dude?
No. So, anyways, Facebook prelims, you had this insane KO, right? And then I had no idea who Matt Brown was. So whenever they announced you versus Matt Brown, I was like, sweet, this one's going to be bigger and better. I immediately started telling everybody because the Sitchin fight was kind of short notice. So we didn't have time to plan anything. I was like, hey, my brother's fighting in like 3 weeks in the UFC. Like, let's go. We're watching it, whatever. So the next one, I invited everybody, and they invited everybody. The whole apartment complex was
you down, dude.
Packed out, and I just watched you get beat up for 3 rounds. And
I wonder what that part was like. Just super quiet. Everybody
literally, I just walked out. Like everybody, like nobody said anything. I just walked out, like left.
Really? Where'd you go? You just left everybody that you're.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Went for a run. I just ran to nowhere.
I can just see you just watching. Everybody's like, just staring at you.
I was like,
sorry, man. I didn't mean to let you down.
Not saying anything.
I did not mean to let you down.
No, you didn't. You showed toughness, grit.
Yeah. I try to do that. If I'm gonna lose, man, I'm gonna go out with a bang.
Yeah, you did.
Just getting the crap beat out of you.
You've always said you've gained more respect, and that's how for everybody. You gain, more respect for how they handle losses and how they fight. And you've always been somebody who's fought regardless of how much you're getting beat up. So that's pretty inspirational.
Thanks, man.
Yeah,
I really do appreciate that.
And when you're getting straight toe up by Matty B, you just kept grinding. Then of course the first
I thought it was kind of like back and forth. I don't know. I wouldn't say close to the end of that third round. I would say so because he had me like a reverse triangle
crucifix, and you were just trying to like.
No, he had me like in a reverse triangle. My head was down by his butt, and he's like trying to hit me, and at a certain angle, camera angle, it looked like he was shoving something up his rear. Because he was punching me. Yeah. And the ref was like, "You got to move, so you got to do something. I want to stop it." So I was like, I was just shaking while he was punching me because it didn't hurt.
Yeah,
it was.
But because you can't defend yourself,
yeah, it was terrible. It's never fun getting punched in the face and just letting it happen.
Yeah,
But you got to understand, in those situations, during the fight, like nothing hurts. Nothing hurts. So you hurt afterwards.
To let it hurt.
Yes, right. It doesn't hurt. Your adrenaline's going. Now, if it does hurt, like my hands, then you're pretty
then
pretty serious.
It's messed up.
Yeah. But seeing Matt Brown going through that tear, walking through people, and then losing, never really making it to the title, and years later,
he fought for the belt though.
He did. He fought Johnny Hendricks.
No, wasn't it Robbie?
Was it Robbie? It might have been Robbie. I know he fought Johnny and got beat by Johnny.
Are you sure?
Right, it might have been.
I think it was Robbie.
Okay, it might
he
have
fought
been
Robbie, and
Might have
Robbie.
been Robbie just beat him up.
Yeah,
Right.
he couldn't.
Yeah, but he was going through a tear. It was like after he fought me, he went like a 7-fight win streak, just knocking everybody
Yeah, you
out.
were like the second or third fight on that win streak.
Yeah, and then he just was crushing Mike Swick. Who else did he beat and just knock out? Man, he was knocking out everybody.
Mike Pyle, not
Mike-
Mike Swick. Mike Pyle.
Mike Pyle,
It was Mike Pyle.
and he knocked out Mike Swick.
Really?
Yeah,
He beat. Maybe he fought Mike Pyle on your card.
one of my cards.
No, he
Mike
fought
Pyle was tough
somebody
too, dude. He was like the
on
OG, like mullet guy.
yeah, he was OG Mullet. That's his fight name, Mike OG Mullet Pyle. No, I'm just kidding. He fought somebody on your card, and that's how that whole you versus Matt Brown got started because he called you out.
UFC 143,
Yeah, he fought somebody. He knocked them out.
and then I knocked him out.
But
But I
you
got the
knocked your
bonus.
guy, but you got the bonus, and then he called you out for well, I should have got the bonus. I will
Yeah,
stop the whatever that hype train called you out, and then y'all had like
I had
a
one
war.
fight. How was it a hype train? I had one fight.
Yeah.
You
Well,
know, but
I mean,
anyway, whatever. I guess you can call that. But dude, he went out there and did work, man. He still got it. 40 years old. I'm trying to be like that, dude. Well, I'm 2 years from it.
real, dude.
2 years from 40. Whee! Still want to be
real.
fighting the UFC.
I know.
Trying to be that second Randy Couture, but make it to 50. Do something he wasn't able to.
You got to be the oldest person to win a belt.
I don't know if I want to win it when I'm 50. I mean, that'd be cool to win it and still have it when I'm 50.
Yeah.
You know,
so
that'd be
have
cool.
have the belt for like 10 years.
Yeah, that'd be sick. Then respectfully, you're just the greatest fighter of all time.
Yeah.
At that
like
point.
transcend. It's like when Goku
When-
absorbed the Dragon Balls at the
he
end
became
of
like a
GT,
dragon himself,
like Dragon Ball GT that no one ever considers as the legit thing.
It really's not. It's really not. Though.
Yeah. That was the weirdest. We used to spend like hours watching GT. Come to find out that it was just like
Just
a
nothing now.
spin-off.
I know.
It doesn't even count.
And we still have like I sometimes put in like a movie thinking it's the movie, but Evan had freaking what do you
He had
call it?
recorded
over it. You know,
Dude, he used to
He'd-
wake me up in the middle of the night because he had a TV timer set because the new episodes
The
would
Dragon
drop
Ball
at
Z.
midnight.
yeah. You guys know what we're
Dragon
talking
Ball
about.
Z.
What was it on? What was it on? What was that?
It was on Cartoon Network.
No, I know,
it was
but
like
what was it
Adult
called?
Swim.
Was it Adult Swim? It might have been Adult Swim.
Yeah, I think it was Adult Swim.
And you would go through the whole Frieza saga or Cell saga, and then in every episode it's just them powering up half the time, so you're missing like nothing. That was the worst. But then as soon as you get past like the Frieza saga, you go through months and months of this Frieza saga, hoping it goes to the next thing. It starts all the way back over to the Frieza saga, and you're like, "What, dude? Where's the next one? What the heck, man?"
Oh, you mean like they redid it?
They just restarted. Yeah, they just re-showed the entire thing. I was so pissed. I would be so pissed.
Yeah.
So
I'd be so pissed because I am in like elementary school trying to catch some Z's and waking up to the bright TV. Evan's got the TV timer on so that he doesn't miss the episode. And
that's
he's
right. Y'all shared a
recording it.
bedroom.
We
the
did.
Old water beds.
We shared the bonus room.
Yeah, people don't realize the struggles back in those days about the dial-up, not having a cell phone.
Mm-hmm.
The dial-up took an hour for you to log back on, to get on. And if while you were on the internet, somebody got on the phone, it kicked you off.
Yep.
You couldn't be on the phone while you're on there.
Crazy times.
Yeah, man. AOL, remember that AOL Messenger?
Yep.
That was
How do we
legit.
get onto this? We were talking about DBZ. How do we get into DBZ powering up?
Evan's late night shenanigans with the dial-up.
But before that.
Remember him putting on the TV?
Yeah, but how do we get into that?
We're talking about Dragon Ball Z because remember he was.
Well, how do we get into Dragon Ball Z?
I don't know. We're like going down
We're
these
like in
rabbit
a
holes.
Time warp right now.
I know. I don't
But-
remember. We were talking
Yep.
about Matt Brown. That's the last thing I remember talking about.
Me too. We just blacked out for like 5 minutes.
Oh man! But Matt Brown did good. He did good.
did.
Hats off to him, man. Did he call anybody out afterwards?
Pressure, tenacity. I don't know.
Pressure. That was the thing when I fought him. He had stupid pressure, and I knocked him out, and he went into zombie mode and just kept on fighting.
Kept surviving.
What? That was tough. Dude.
Another veteran of the game though, doing well. In Anderson Silva this past weekend.
No, was he 46?
Upsetting the champ or the former boxing champ.
I wonder. I've been trying so hard to get that fight somewhere on the internet. I can't find it. Can't find any highlights, nothing.
Yeah, they kept the highlights under wrap. The only highlights I really saw was this one brutal uppercut that he threw.
That Anderson threw?
Yeah, it wasn't really brutal. It was just a big one. Just a big, long uppercut, and then him doing his taunting thing.
Oh, yeah, that's what made Anderson, though. People hated him for that, but that's what made him. Mm-hmm. Got him in trouble a few times, but still. Yeah, good for Anderson, man. And he fought a tough dude, like well-known boxer.
Yeah, legend.
Yeah, man, I was good for him. And then I saw something the other day, or actually today, it said something about Ben Askren, but it was really, trying to, respect the MMA striking, but it should have been Anderson to begin with, or something like that. Because Anderson can box, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like these YouTuber guys are fighting guys that they know that can't strike.
They're picking the MMA guys whose backgrounds
except for
are wrestling.
Tyron can strike. I know.
Yeah.
I know from firsthand experience.
He at least has brutal power that can, and he can throw a solid punch that has a brutal power behind it. He's never been known to mix it up really, but he's obviously got that one hit or quit of power.
Yes, sir. But now you're wearing 12-ounce gloves instead of 4-ounce.
Yep.
So I wonder if that plays a part.
And you don't have to worry about takedowns. You don't have to worry about kicks. Nope. So there's a few things. There's pluses and negatives. You get padding. He's obviously going to be the smaller guy in terms of height. Mm-hmm. So he's not going to be able to really use the clinch and use that type of stuff.
What weight are they fighting at?
I don't know. Probably 190.
Yeah, it got to be.
I think that's what Paul and Askren fought at.
Okay.
Because Askren had to get fat for it basically because he's not that big
he's
ever.
Tiny.
He was like we always said, he was kind of a fluffy 170. So to try to make weight at 190, he was actually
not
had
that
to
big.
Gain weight.
Yeah. Yeah. But that was cool. Anderson, man, hats off to you, bud. Awesome. Thanks for taking the time to talk to my buddy Chris. That's pretty cool. That's what we need. That's what we need on here next.
Chris, for sure.
Weidman. We got to get Weidman on here. Mm-hmm. We need to collab. He called me the other day. He's like, "Hey, yo, Wonderboy, let's collab." I'm like, "Let's do it, man. After the fight, though."
100%.
After the fight,
we'll do it. But yeah, back to Anderson real quick. Jake Paul tweeted, "Respect to Anderson. Would love to have you versus Roy Jones Jr. when I fight Tyron."
Wow.
On that card.
Roy Jones and Anderson? I would like to see that fight. I think back in the day they were trying to make that happen, right?
Yeah, well, Anderson had made it known that he wanted to box Roy Jones Jr. one day. That was one of his dreams or whatever. Yeah,
that would be cool. That would be a dream of mine. Just to spar with him would be dope because I love that guy. He's a legend, man. But that would be a fight I would be willing to pay for.
Him versus.
Yeah.
But it would have to be legit. I don't want an exhibition match.
Yeah, it's got to be like a real fight. Was Anderson's last fight a real boxing fight?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was a real
thing?
Boxing match.
Huh. Now I saw something about Oscar De La Hoya fighting somebody.
Vitor Belfort.
Belfort? Oh, my God.
What the heck?
Yeah, dude.
Is he even known for his striking? I know he's got a 6-spin wheel kick.
I don't know. I mean, he's been known to brawl out there with the best. I mean, he's a brawler, not a boxer. So, interesting. And weight difference is going to be huge. Mm-hmm. And you got, who is it? Logan Paul talking about fighting Tyson. I don't think that's a good idea.
That would have to be a real match.
Real match. But the thing, like I think Tyson was on his podcast, not too long ago. So I wonder if Tyson would take it easy on him.
Yeah.
You think?
Know, dude.
Probably. I bet you there's some kind of waiver in these contracts they have. Like, you can't really go hard.
Yeah. Probably.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, we both get paid. You don't have to really go hard. It would be an exhibition for sure. It wouldn't be a real fight. If you're fighting Mike Tyson, there's no way it would have to be an exhibition.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to really fight Mike Tyson. A mad, in shape, like 50-year-old Mike Tyson. No, thank you.
Yeah, no, he's scary, dude.
He's very scary.
He's legit scary.
And I feel like he can still punch a hole in somebody's chest, like through somebody's actual chest.
Mm-hmm.
When you're born with that kind of power, I mean, I was watching him fight some pros. 17 years old, looked like a grown man. Just a ball of muscle, swinging for the fences.
Bulldog.
No, thank you. Nope.
There's some dudes that are just born with it.
Yeah. Some dudes are just born with that kind of strength and power. You know? Mm-hmm. I mean, I look at you, I'm like, example.
Yeah,
right
100%. like I'm walking down the road, for example, I'm walking down the road on the sidewalk and,
Yeah.
you know, a block ahead, people are crossing the street because they see me coming.
Yeah. I would too.
Like, I don't even know
if I
how
didn't
I'm
know
gonna
you, if
walk
you weren't
near
my
this
brother, I mean, looking at your size, just the straight rippedness, along with the tats, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to cross the street.
Yeah. Like, I don't want to come near that guy. If he looks at me wrong, like I'm going to have a heart attack. But I'm a nice guy. You know, that's what people.
You're just a sweetheart.
For real. You get to know me.
Yeah.
Get to know me. It's just
I mean, there's been many times we've had family get-togethers, and I had to sleep in the same bed as you. Wake up in the middle of the night, choking on your armpit hair, because when you lay down in the bed, I sink into your crevice.
Yeah.
You know? Woke up many times.
That's the danger zone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We've lost a few. I don't know where to go from there, man.
But it's just sheer size. Sheer size.
Yeah, you can smell the musk.
The girth of your arms.
Yeah.
I think it's just your whole body at this point. You know, some people call it fat. I don't.
Yeah, we don't like to use that negative terminology. It's just really just a sign of weakness.
But yeah, man.
Anyways, so Q&A. You guys shot in some pretty awesome questions. We're going to answer a few of them.
Some really solid questions we're about to throw at you right now. You mean read off the questions?
Here, I'll do it. Don't worry.
Okay.
I'm going to catch you rapid fire by surprise.
Okay.
Okay, first one first. We have. Let's see. Michael Chiesa versus Vicente Luque.
Ooh, that fight's happening. Who I got?
Just kind of give her a little thoughts on it. All it says
okay.
is Michael Chiesa versus Vicente Luque.
Well, I fought one of them. Vicente Luque is the super tough, and Michael Chiesa is on a tear at 170. Looking at him now, I don't see how he made, 155. Ridiculous. But that said, obviously you know that Michael Chiesa is a very high-level grappler, very strong. But on the other hand, you got Vicente Luque, whose best friend is Gilbert Burns, a high-level grappler. He's got great takedown defense, and he's one of the toughest guys in the biz, always comes back. It's going to be a very tough fight. I know it's going to be a test for Michael Chiesa at this point as well. I mean, look at the back. Who is Michael Chiesa fight at 170?
His most notable wins has got to be really Neil Magny.
Right. But Vicente Luque, I mean, he's on a tear right now. After me beating him, he was on a 7-fight win streak before that, and now he's on like a 3-fight win streak.
Yeah, he is. Of his last 10 fights, he's got 9 KOs, 9 stoppages.
Golly.
Submitted Woodley.
Woo. Oh, yeah, he submitted him.
Yeah, rocked him.
So he's got good grappling too, boy. You know what I mean?
Oh,
so
man.
Always evolving, always getting better. That's going to be a good fight. I'm looking forward to that. When is that one? I think August?
It's after
I believe it's in
yours.
August.
I think it's 265.
Oh, okay. That's a good card.
UFC 265 shaping up.
Good card. Good question there.
Did you make your pick?
I'm going to lean towards Luque.
Really?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think, he's just crushing it. He's good everywhere. And I feel like Chiesa's striking is a little, I guess maybe getting better. I don't know. He's really focused on the grappling.
Yeah.
But you got Vicente Luque. He's kind of a better, well-rounded fighter, I think.
So it seems.
Yeah,
but you got somebody who's tough and durable like Chiesa, though. You can make it a dirty fight. And just kind of
Matt Brown you.
Yeah.
Matt Brown you. When he had the beard, the scruffy beard, that's what it reminded me of, kind of Matt Brown.
Mm-hmm. With the tats as well.
Yep.
He's like the new age Matt Brown.
He is. Tough.
That's
going to be a good
one.
That's going to be a good one.
Okay.
Next question. Go. Faster.
Here is another one that says, what motivates you? Is it the belt? Is it money? Is it the love of fighting? That's a good question. What is your motivation?
I think my motivation is more of the just being known as one of the best fighters who ever lived. Not money. I don't even think about the money. You know what? The only time I ever think about the money is when I sign like the contract. When they say, all right, here's what you're fighting for, here's blah, 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 and then I sign. That's the only time I think about it. I don't think about it in camp, not even after the fight. So it's not the money. Of course, I grew up doing it. I think a little bit has to do with winning and losing, showing heart out there. And when my students see that, I think that helps them out in tough situations and knowing that you can keep pushing. I think that has a lot to do with it as well. The grit when it comes to the fight, win or lose, and how to win win respectfully. But I think most of all, I think it's just the honor and the glory, man. Just
like
want to be the
fighting
best.
was originally like what? Yeah, it was originally designed like combat sport fighting. Was originally designed to like be like who was legit just the best fighter,
right?
And in a respectful way. You had your trash talking, your Muhammad Ali's and stuff like that. Obviously,
But even
kind of changed the game. But still, at the end of the day, it was always about like legit, like just who's the best fighter, like who's the best.
Yeah, and
not about money, not about belts, not about fans, not about Twitter and social media. Just who was better at fighting, and there was always a respect after a fight.
Yeah,
between the fighters and stuff like that.
And I think a little bit has to do with like bettering myself, I guess, knowing that I can still better myself. Trying to hone myself into the best thing for fighting it can be, or for me anyway, best striker, best whatever it is.
Yeah.
Just honing myself. I think everybody should always be doing that.
Becoming the best version of you.
Best version of you, right. And some people give up on that later in life too. They're like, oh, I'm married and blah, blah, blah. I'm just going to like not, they just let themselves go, I guess. Maybe not on their body, maybe not in their field or if it's business or whatever, but themselves, if they didn't have that job, how would they feel? How would you feel?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, that's why I'm always telling people, like, man, stay in shape. Like, I'm always telling Dad that. Like, you need to do something. He's out there training all the time. I don't know if he has time. But look at Evan, too. At least you train every now and then.
Yeah.
Evan doesn't, I don't know if he trains. I'm like, bro, you getting a dad bod or what? You need to be training. Because on top of that, like, I also think, like, you should always be in shape. Because what if you're not in the greatest shape or you're not training? Are you going to be able to protect yourself or your family?
Dang, dude, I feel like I need to go hit the gym right now.
I know.
Like,
that's always constant in my head. Do I have the ability to protect myself if I'm walking down the street or be in shape? I don't want not being in shape determine whether I die or not. You know what I'm saying? In a street situation, somebody breaks in your house, can you protect your family? Maybe that's just the fighter in me thinking that. I don't know.
I'll just bank heavily on adrenaline.
Yeah, you just rely on that
the
adrenaline,
job
dude.
done in 30 seconds.
Well, I mean,
can't go longer than 45
you got
seconds.
a GAT, but I'm thinking old school. If I didn't have this, what if I did? I trip and fell, and I don't know. I lost my weapon. And I have to fight 7 dudes at the same time.
What you don't know is that my house is always set up like in Home Alone. There's booby traps everywhere.
Everywhere. Yep, I'm with you. I'm the same. I got this one squeaky step.
Like ornaments.
I know when
that
somebody's
are
coming upstairs.
right underneath the windowsill. Like, so if they step in, they'll step on some Legos.
Ooh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
under every windowsill?
Get my nails. My stairs have nails on them.
Mm-hmm. You got the paint cans waiting at the top of the stairway to throw down.
Mm-hmm.
Hit them in the face.
Yep.
Little spider you can put on top of them.
Exactly.
Big spider, actually.
Yep.
I mean, those spiders down south, they get pretty big. We got straight up tarantulas.
Yeah, they're
down
juicy,
here.
especially now in summertime. They're coming out.
Oh, yeah.
They are
Humidity.
nasty.
Woo.
Mm-hmm.
Scary.
All right, last question. This is
Lay
kind
it
of
on
a
me.
fun one. Francis Ngannou versus 3 Henry Cejudos.
I would go 3 Henry Cejudos.
Yeah.
1 Francis Ngannou. Okay. What I'm saying by that, obviously there was 70 of them, but go look at my last Instagram feed, or not feed, but last Instagram post.
Yeah.
It was a part of my training that not a whole lot of people get to see. It was me versus 70 of our kid campers. And once one latched onto me, I had 3 of them latched onto me, I was going down. There was no standing up. And they piled on top of me. For a second, I tried to push off, and that wasn't happening.
Yeah.
I had all the, I low-key got really claustrophobic under there. The weight started getting heavier and heavier. I'm like, holy cow. 3 Henry Cejudos, Francis Ngannou, I'm going for 3 Henry Cejudos. I mean, the Henry Cejudos for sure.
Did any of the kids while you were down there whisper in your ear, "It is inevitable"?
No, but I feel like that would have been scary if it did.
And then
no, once everybody dropped off of me, you're like, all right, everybody get off. There was a few kids that threw some extra elbows.
Yeah, they stay back. They got a couple of pieces.
They got a couple of pieces in. Like one of them actually hit me in the back of the head.
But
yeah, I would go for the Henry Cejudos.
Yeah.
3 of those dudes, best fighters in the world, Olympic wrestler against one. Yeah, come on, man. Come on. Who do you think this is?
But he ain't that good.
He ain't that good, why? I mean, then 3 Henry Cejudos are coming from every direction.
Mm-hmm.
What if they surround you? You're done for.
Absolutely.
And then him throwing cringy stuff at you at the same time.
Oof.
You know what I mean? Cringe,
triple
cringe,
C's
attack.
with their own triple C. So really, in reality, it's like 9 C's.
Yeah. Wait.
Because each C
but
has their own
what about
3 C's.
It just keeps going. Because then, their trips are going to have the same, or have more trip C's.
Yeah. But
it's just infinity. But if you're thinking about it.
Cringe.
Yeah, infinity cringe. It's about 9 of them. You're dead.
There's no chance.
Nope, he's going to wake up in a gutter somewhere.
Dang, that got real brutal real quick.
It did. But when you're fighting the cringe, it gets brutal.
The king of cringe.
It can get super cringe. So, yeah.
All right, guys. Well, there you have it. Another episode of What's Up, Everybody podcast.
We got to think of some more story times.
We do. We got to get back on the story times for sure.
We'll get back and we'll have some really juicy ones for you next time, guys.
Juicy.
Anyway, thank you for hanging out with us, guys. We talked about some pretty cool stuff, how camp's going, Matt Brown. We spent a lot of time on Matt Brown and Dragon Ball Z. Didn't need to go there, but it was a lot of fun. Sweet tea. Anderson Silva's back at it. And, of course, the Q&A, always a pleasure. Thank you guys for throwing that out there. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, make sure you do that now. Also, throw some comments down below. Let us know what you guys want us to talk about, what y'all want us to do to make this channel more exciting. Always catering to you guys, making sure you guys are happy. Let us know. And also, we're trying to get at least 10,000 likes on this, guys. If you haven't yet, go to Spotify. We're also on Spotify. Where else, Sweet Tea?
Apple Podcasts. Make sure you guys drop a review over there if you haven't done so already. Show us some love. You guys have been. Y'all are awesome. You're amazing.
Sweet,
we love
man.
you.
Love it.
Keep tuning in. As always, hit that subscribe button. Share the content.
Yeah, man. That's it, baby. Catch y'all later, Gators.
Peace.